happen in the course of human history. Because, history is made by man, not the other way. So I want to put that in your mind too, damn it, that
Yes, but please permit me.
Yeah, sure.
Permit me. Your story now about Awolowo and the lies that formed Egbe Omodudu and came back to Nigeria, took independence and all of that. It is faulty in a way, and this is where it is faulty.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the same people destroyed Nigeria. Because let's be real, the Awolowo story has always been a one-sided story.
Okay.
How he's a good man, how is this, how is that. Nobody told the tales of how he sold Nigeria to the north because he wanted to become president. And nobody told the story of how he died as an opposition leader. How he taught the northern people how to put 2-3 cubicles together and call it a local government. Nobody told these tales. But at the end of the day, these guys are the ones that destroyed Nigeria. So in a way, these are patterns repeating itself as well. And let me even point to, let me chip in something too. The history of genocide in Nigeria is a pattern as well. Okwama killings didn't begin today.
Well, that's the many.
I mean, Biafra didn't even begin. There will still be more. Biafra is an example of one of the genocides. And after Biafra, we have seen series and thousands of genocide, not even reported. It is the ones that are reported we are seeing.
Well,
so, I mean, Nigeria is a very complex situation. And as much as I'm hopeful that things get better and we have the Yoruba nation out of it, sometimes I just sit down and I just tell myself, okay, how? Who are the ones going to do this? Yes.
I know. So it can be a little bit hopeless that way, okay? But Dami, people like yourself, you want to see the sign and wonders before you can actually really believe. And you know what I mean? Like mentally, so to say, okay? It's like something you know that is good. We heard a lot about it. But can we see those who are going to make that happen? I want to see it before I can believe it's possible. Or you will see it, Dami. And I pray you live long enough to see it too, right? Because the moment you see that
pray so too, because it's what I want. But
that's what I mean. Like, you see, the moment you start seeing that sign, you will know. And guess what? You will be one of the most happiest people. Even if the Yoruba nation will not come while you are still alive, you will be so rest assured that it is like you're not going to die believing that it's never going to happen. Something will happen that will make you feel like, yeah, at least now if I want to die now at this age of 80 and all, I'm just saying, well, with peace, we have achieved something that will give the succeeding or the descendant of the Yorubas that freedom. So put that in mind.
Believe.
Okay, Baba. Thank you so much for calling in as well, Baba.
Thank you so much, sir, and keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a really great job, and we'll always pray for you.
God bless you, man. Thank you so much for that. Now that's Dami. You see, a lot of people should understand this, that I personally have told you, okay, that our ancestors, they were not all good and they were not all bad. So if you are reading about them, don't try and be the prisoner of their history. Learn from what they did right and do it better. Avoid what they did wrong, so that at least in your own case, we can say you are helping to live the world better than you met it, right? Here is my last, here's my last caller, maybe. Hello there. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. Good evening from this. This is Chooks from Canada.
Did you say Chooks?
Yeah, this is Chooks from Canada.
It is Chooks from Canada, bro. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm all right. And you?
Well, very well. I'm kind of like, I can't complain though, right? But thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I called to chip in something pertaining to what the last caller said. Yeah. I know he has his reasons or indices, in arriving at that his conclusion. But one thing I've learned in life is that consistency breaks resistance.
That's right.
Maybe let's take, for instance, you. Remember when I started following Maego, Maego didn't just jump out from nowhere. From your days in the kitchen, you keep preaching. I've seen people who called here, and they will say something like you can see that these people they don't have the belief. You see Lady Charm or I could remember the very day Lady Charm called. I could remember what Lady Charm said. Each time I see Lady Charm call now and contribute massively, I'll just shake my head. That is
you remember that first time? Where I remember too, where she was pretty much like, it's not that it's bad to have your country, but you see this country, Nigeria, we all need to. Exactly. Now she doesn't say that anymore. You're right.
Yeah, I could still tell you about Osita. I know how massive Osita has contributed, when Osita, discussions are going on here, I could remember what Osita said about Nnamdi Kanu. It was through your program that he now started seeing some certain
things also about changed Nnamdi from Kanu. Here. You are so right, Baba. That shows how long you've been here too, because some of the veterans you are seeing here today, they were not always like this, but with time, consistency, you said. Go on, Baba.
Yeah, if you what Nigeria where we are, I think is miseducation and delusion by our politicians. And there is this saying that says it takes a deed done by 7 can only be atoned for by 7. It will take a long time. People will keep on calling, saying that this is wrong. And when you tell them, because most of the time, these people don't have the real information. Do you understand me? It takes, that consistency to teach them this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. And within themselves, they will be watching something, seeing themselves.
You know what I actually see is true. I mean, it's these chooks, right? I say a lot of things. I don't write them. I just see them as they come to my head and come to my mind, and whatever I remember as well that I've actually read somewhere. What I've discovered is that in the course of me just talking, there are people here who became a devoted member of this platform, right? Simply because in the course of listening, I said something that got to them and got them thinking, apart from all the hours I put into this, right? Just something. And they would come here and say, you said something one day and it got me thinking throughout the night. That's when I realized that, man, I have to stay with this guy and listen more. I've seen that too.
Yeah, even Nnamdi Kanu people are talking about. I could still see how Nnamdi Kanu started. Nnamdi Kanu didn't just jump out of. You see how he was able to convince majority of Igbos. The majority of Nigerians, even people who are not Igbos.
Yes.
Do you understand me? So
let's not something that somebody just say, let me go and join this thing that is trending. No. We actually started from the passion that we felt we had to see if we could save ourselves, our people, from the looming tragedy, which is this economy, security, and the rest that we are now witnessing today, until we realize that all these things are not even by accident. They were by plan. They were all intentional. And then we realized that it's better we get out of this mess, or else we are doomed. You're right. We are not somebody who has, we are not accidental vloggers, accidental YouTubers. No.
No. Even when he started the NSAS, do you understand me? I believe when NSAS started, majority of Nigerians didn't know that it would even go that far that it went. So whenever any other thing like that came up, I bet you that it will go, it go far. So let's just give up. It's just a matter of educating people talking to people until you get, just like you always say, until you get the number of people that is needed for this to happen.
To match. I told you, I said this is the hardest work. Nobody wants to do it. Everybody just feels like, you see, we are all suffering. Oh yeah, let us go on the street, Jerry, and all of that. But they now realize that no, it doesn't work that way. This is the hardest job. Where people one by one, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, they will begin to understand why they are facing what they are facing. And if they know the source of how they got to know that, they might listen to the source, again, on how to get out of this. When we have the number, we will match. I don't see the number yet.
Exactly. So I'm not I want to ask you the question, is that coastal, whatever coastal road they want to build, that they started destroying people's investment and all that. That road was supposed to take off from Lagos to Calabar. Just a question, or an innocent question.
Okay.
Why didn't they start from Calabar, at least to give that man enough time? Because this is road that they know that they are not going to finish in the next 10, 15 years.
Somebody asked that same question. The reason why they didn't start from Calabar, Hughes, is a very easy and straightforward answer too. They have no intention of building any goddamn coastal road, Hughes. Okay? So they will use the resources like they did in Lagos. They will use the resources of the federal government of Nigeria, the people's resources, right? To do what they are doing right now, build partly of the road, claim the land, and you will never hear anything about it anymore. I promise. But time will tell. Let's see how far this goes. Chooks, thanks so much.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, you have a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm
going to take one more, and this caller, I should ignore you, but I think this is Martinelli. Is that you?
Yeah, not me, Baba.
It is Martinelli. You shall want still this last 5 minutes where they take back. I'll give it to you.
I beg, no vex. I for not call you now for comment section. I just jump.
What's happen for comment? I never see your comment.
Nothing happen. I just they hear people they talk about military. I don't know whether they play or they serious new. So I just think I just call asking you. Should they play me? Is it playing or is it
it must be a play. I did tell people. Some people are thinking that this is a ship talk to say maybe you should come, Jerry. Hey, I will be here. I shall be here, inshallah. Go on.
Are you daft or deaf? Which one?
Maybe both.
I'm talking to the people now that are talking about military. Is it that you are daft or you are deaf? It's a simple question. Because I don't know, what exactly don't you understand about the military structure of Nigeria? You don't have military forces. You don't have soldiers. You don't have police. You don't have air force. You don't have navy. You don't have security apparatus. What you have are mercenaries. They are not there to serve you. They are there to serve those who appointed them. All you have are all the military, whatever you have, they are all appointees. They are not
decorated.
They are never going to serve you. Which part of that don't you understand? The man standing behind Tinubu signed his form for him to go to NDA. Tinubu no sign form here. So you would expect that man to shoot Tinubu on the head. Who is going to come and serve you in the military? Please mention that person if you know one. Who? Anybody in the military right now, anybody in the Air Force right now, they got there through.
They are career criminals, exactly. Some of them are even waiting for their turn.
Are you people dumb
right
or
now?
You know, saying, what's wrong with you people?
I don't know that people are still playing with military.
The Devulu that is busy twerking. He knows what is going to happen to him. He's ready. He knows he's going to come back in shame. He knows. So leave Umahi, let him keep twerking. Forget about Umahi and focus on your own self. Why are you expecting somebody to come and save you? Mayogun, did you not see Georgia?
I saw
Did you not see Georgia? They are rioting right now. Nobody has been shot. Their house just passed a bill. And the people came out. They are turning the whole country upside down now. Right as we are talking right now, Georgia, they are out on the street.
About French Revolution that we are reading about.
There's nobody leading the protests out there.
French Revolution. Now bread cause problem. Now bread.
Everybody.
Price of bread cause wala.
They wait for somebody to come assist.
Nobody is coming. I've told them that already. You know,
the military is coming to rescue you. They play. Military might rescue you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you have a wonderful night as well. Okay. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains tonight. And thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I hope I see you tomorrow afternoon, hopefully, which is tomorrow morning as well. Thank you for your time. And please like the broadcast if you haven't. Share it as well if you haven't. And if you joined us towards the end of this chat, watch this from the start. It's quite interesting. I promise. You all have a good evening. A good night. Odaro.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.